Hey everybody, how you doing? This is the Eureka J15 Pro Ultra Robot Vacuum and Mop combo. Has lots and lots of features, very high end from Eureka. This is their flagship model. It will mop, vacuum, come back, clean the mops, empty the dust bin, and then it can also clean its own docking station as well. So if you're new at Ultra Robot Vacuums, what that means is inside this dock, as you can see, there's a huge bag, and that's going to suck in all the dust from the robot itself. And then when the bag is full, you literally pull it out and throw the entire bag in your trash. So no more emptying canisters and getting a bunch of dust in the air. So I love that feature. This also has 2 water tanks, one for clean water, and then the other one is going to be for the dirty water after this cleans the mopping pads and or its base station. And we'll be going through all this in this video. Another cool feature this guy has, it has a mopping pad that will extend out, ensuring that it cleans right by the baseboards. And this also has object avoidance, and we'll be putting that to the test. It has a camera built in, so you can do a live view. If you're at work and you want to see what your pets are doing, you can literally send this out and it will go around and find your pet, and you can interact with the pet using this onboard camera, which is pretty cool. So in this video, I will show its performance on hard floors, carpet, the object avoidance, how well it cleans up a ketchup stain, and we'll go over some of its other features, such as this has 16,200 pascals of suction, which is very high. A couple years ago, robots only had a few thousand, so a lot of companies are really putting in a much stronger motor to be able to suck up deep down into your carpets. This one also has a hair anti-detanglement system. There's actually little blades in the rolling bar, and as it self-empties, it chops up the hair that's on the blade and sucks it all into the dirt bag. So if you have pets, this should be very, very good for you there. So let me show you real quick where I'll be doing kind of my testing. As you can see, here's a hard floor section. I put down some white rice. See how well it cleans that up, which should do great. This is a little object avoidance area. We'll see how well it avoids dog poop, which is obviously really the only true reason why you need object avoidance. If it hits a cable, big deal. But if it runs over dog poop, it will drive around your house and smear it everywhere. My mom, unfortunately for her, has had that happen twice. Let's see if it does well on this test. Over here on this carpet, put down some white rice as well. We'll see how well it does on carpet. Nowadays, a robot vacuum, it better do good on carpet, and I highly assume this one will. And then back in here, I'm gonna smear some ketchup right around this area, and then I will have it do a zone cleaning, and that's where you just pick a section in your house, you draw an outline on the map, and it'll only clean in that specific area. So I'll put some ketchup over here, I'll let it dry a little bit, and then we'll run this to see if it can clean it all up. And then we will wrap up this video, and I will let you know what I think of it, if I recommend it. It's got a good starting price at $999. Most robot vacuums that have all these features are up in the $1,200 to $1,500 price point. So I really hope this does a good job. It has LiDAR like most robot vacuums nowadays. That's the best navigation. So let's go ahead and get these tests started, and hopefully this guy does a good job. Please do me a favor, everybody, like this video and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And let's get going. All right, everybody, here is the map that it made of my floor plan. This does have quick mapping, so it'll drive around for approximately 5 to 8 minutes, and it will map your entire house, which is very cool. And as you can see here, it's a pretty decent sized floor plan, and we're gonna have it clean this purple area and the blue corner there, and that's those 2 rooms that I just previously showed you. So we're gonna have it go from the dock and start over here. I have it set to vacuuming only right now, and then it will use the object avoidance to hopefully avoid those 3 objects, and then it should move over to the carpet and clean the carpet, and I'll get all of that record it on a time lapse for you, and then we'll go back over it and see how well it did. So very easy to set your room. You just click room, click on the 2 rooms that you want it to clean. And then over here, this is settings. You can do vacuum then mop, vacuum only mop, smart, which is gonna do its own thing. Basically, it knows which room needs to be vacuumed and it knows which room has hard floors for mopping. And you can vacuum and mop at the same exact time. So I have the suction level just to turbo. I did put the path preference on fine. It's gonna do a little bit better job cleaning for this test. And I think it's gonna do a great job. So let's go ahead and send it over here to clean these rooms. And it should travel right through here and start cleaning. Then I will switch you over to a time lapse. And this does keep the mops attached, but it does have where it can raise it up and it won't hardly touch the carpet at all. I do have really thick carpet, so if you have thinner carpet, that'll work even better for you. All right, let's hope this does a really good job. And let's go ahead and send you over to time lapse and we will see how well it does. Please avoid the poop. Okay, well, it wants to clean that room first. Whatever, that's fine. As long as you do a good job, right? So let me go ahead and set you over to time lapse and we will see how well this guy does. All right, the Eureka is done. Let's see how well it did in that triple test. Start with the hard floor on the rice. Did a good job overall. It did leave a little bit of rice behind. That's pretty common for that type of test. It is a lot of rice for one area. Typically, these will never have to clean up that much in one area. So it probably got 95% of the rice anyways. If it went back out and did it again, all of it would definitely be picked up the rest of the way. So in my eyes, still a pass. The object avoidance, I think it did great. It did slightly touch the white cable, but it did not run it over, and it did not, as you can see, get tangled under the robot like some other tend to happen. From what I saw, it did not touch the poop at all, which is exactly what you want. Once again, I already said this, but that's the #1 complaint about robot vacuums, is if you have a dog and it poops inside, it will, if it doesn't have object avoidance, it will run it over and smear it around your entire house. And then the underbelly of the robots is, you almost just want to throw it away because you don't want to deal with it. That's how bad it gets. So very glad to see that the object avoidance on this, in my honest opinion, is very good. Personally, I don't leave cables laying around. Worst case scenario, if it runs that over, you have to pull it out from under it. No big deal. But now if it runs those over, it's going to ruin your month. Carpet, as you would expect with any robot vacuum. Great job on carpet. And I would say that test was actually very good. Great on carpet, great object avoidance, and overall, I'd still say very good on hard floors for rice. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments from that test alone. Next up, we are going to come in here. I smeared some ketchup. Pretty good amount for this small area, so we'll see if I can tackle this. I am going to put it on its deepest cleaning setting. I'm going to make it the wettest that it can be, and probably do a 2 or 3 job run for this little area. And since I'm going to be time lapsing it, we'll be able to see when it actually gets it up. It might do it all in the first First time going around, it might take the second, it might even take the third. I don't know, but I think it's gonna do a good job overall. All right, on to the mopping test. As you can clearly see, the ketchup is on there. It's a little bit more dried up than it was. Not completely dry, but it's dry around like the edges and of course the thinner parts. So what you gotta do is go to your app. We're gonna switch this to vacuum, from vacuum to mop only. And then this is the saturation of your pad. I always put it on high because the wetter the mop, the better it's gonna do of cleaning. Path preference, we're gonna do on fine. Okay. And then, so for this test, I don't wanna have to clean this whole area. So what you do is hit zone. I'm gonna go ahead and just do the maximum cleaning, which is 3, just to make sure that it cleans this all up. And then we're gonna add area here, and it adds this box. So all you gotta do is shrink it down to whatever size you think you're gonna need. It's obviously way too big. And I'm just gonna basically do right in front of the robot, which is where the ketchup is. Do it a little bit bigger just so it doesn't miss anything. And that's it. As you can see, we're at 3 times. Mop, you saw the highest saturation. It's on the deepest cleaning mode, which is fine. And we're gonna send this guy out. So right now, since it knows it's in mop mode, it is adding water to the mopping pad as well as inside the robot itself. So as it goes around, it can spray water onto its own mopping pads, keeping it nice and wet and ensuring it's going to do a very good job cleaning. All right, so this is going to wet everything like I said, and then it's going to come out and do the triple clean. I'm going to set you over to time lapse, and then we will see how it did after the fact. Hey guys, just wanted to show you one of the cool features with the Eureka. As I told you before, it has this kick-out mopping leg. Most robots don't have a kick-out at all. So what can it do? Not only can it kick out, it senses that it can't quite fit underneath my cabinets here. So it kicks it out, and now it does this back and forth motion so that it ensures it gets closer to the cabinets. As you can see, it's doing that again there. So I was wrong about it cleaning under, but it gets you a little bit closer to your cabinets than most of the traditional robot mops. See if it does it here. No, that's because it's right against it, so it doesn't think it needs to do that. So just another feature that these robot vacuums are coming out with. Is it a necessity? No. Does it clean better overall? Absolutely. What did you guys think about the Eureka 15 Pro Ultra? I think it did a great job. For $9.99 full retail, it's a pretty good option for an all-in-one. A lot of the ones on the market are, you know, $1,500, $1,600, $1,800 that have pretty much the same feature set that this one does. So Eureka's been around a long time too, and I think it's been good so far. Do me a favor, guys, like this video and subscribe. I'll put a link down below if you're interested in this. And I appreciate you watching the video. See ya.